It's a beautiful evening for soccer in the Twin Cities. Minnesota puts its undefeated mark on the line against division foe Chicago Dutch Lions. Along with former NWSL forward Danny Foxhoven-Young, I'm Jake Griffith. It's said that competition breeds excellence, and that's good news for Minnesota, who are coming off arguably their first competitive match of the season, a 1-0 victory Sunday against Rochester, a far cry from the 19 goals in their first 3 matches. Danny, against a tougher challenger tonight in Chicago, a result like that can only serve to help Aurora.
Yeah, because Minnesota Aurora sits atop the table, everyone is going to bring their best game to try to sneak a couple points away from Minnesota Aurora. We saw that this last weekend. We'll see that again tonight against Dutch Lions. In saying that, I think we will see some changes from Coach Lukic, reverting back to the starting 11 like Kat Rapp, Maya Hansen, so it'll be a fun game.
We'll head to break on Fox 9. On the other side, we'll take a look at how these sides line up. Back inside TCO Stadium, moments away from the opening kickoff between Chicago Dutch Lions and Minnesota Aurora FC. As promised, let's take a look at the starting 11 for both sides. First, the visitors from the Windy City, a 4-5-1 approach for Chicago Dutch Lions. Danny, what do you like about this formation?
Very defensive-minded, you can tell right from the bat. They are trying to compact the defense there. By putting 5 in the midfield, you're really not putting a lot, obviously, in the attack with only 1 forward. So they're really going to try to compact, keep it tight in the back, not give up many opportunities.
Keep an eye on number 21, Anna Stifler, their leading scorer. And as for Minnesota Aurora, The starting 11 presented by St. Paul College. Some more shuffling around. That's been a theme we've seen so far this year.
Yeah, this is going to be Coach Lukic reverting back to the more consistent starting 11 that we've seen here at TCO Stadium. It's Hannah Adler, Kat Rapp, Maya Hansen, Mariah Wynn, and of course Tiana Harris rounding out the back line to bring in the starting 11 that we know, we've seen, they have performed. So I'm not surprised to see this starting 11 going back to what Coach Lukic can rely on.
Olivia Groutman got the nod in net on Sunday in Rochester, Minnesota. It's Amanda Pourball back in goal. These Aurora yet to allow a goal this season. The only USLW team left who has not conceded. That's such an impressive feat. Minnesota in the alternate teal kits, Dutch Lions in the road royal blue.
Coach Lukic has hung her hat this season, and it has been talked about at length by everybody about how many goals Minnesota Aurora has put up so quickly, but I do not think it has been talked about enough how they have not given up goals. That has been so impressive. Last year, this was not something that they touted. It was not something that they hung their hats on, so it's really exciting to see that this year.
The whistle sounds, and we are underway here in Eagan, Minnesota. The fourth all-time meeting between Dutch Lions and Aurora, as that will be guided back to Amanda Pourball. There you see Pourball coming way off the line, playing that high line.
We have talked about that a lot this season. Amanda Pourball is really comfortable with her feet. That's something that sets her apart from the other three goalies that Coach Lukic has to choose from. So that's something that, you know, she wants to continue to see from Amanda Pourball.
One thing Nicole Lukic talked about when we caught up with her this week is there's a good ball over the top, and Adler will run that down. An early chance perhaps developing for Minnesota. Wynn tracks that down on the far side. The shot blocked away. That was from Wickers. A heads-up clearance from Dutch Lions. One thing, though, we talked about with Nicole Lukic, she said in the first meeting between Dutch Lions and Aurora, the second half, they switched to that high press. That's something she's expecting to see tonight.
Yeah, every team, especially as the game ticks on, and if it is a closer game where it's not, you know, the scoreline's not 5 by half, the game really changes in the second half. It becomes more pressure higher up the field. You can't make silly mistakes. You can't give the ball away. So that definitely adds an extra bit of pressure.
Ball played through to Wynn. Wynn will track it down. Here's an opportunity. And it's guided toward the end line. And finally cleared away by Dutch Lions. A strong start here for Minnesota.
I love Mariah Wynn for the amount of effort she puts in all the time. She chased that ball down, saved it from going out of bounds, kept the ball alive, almost got an opportunity from it. That kind of effort does not go unnoticed.
Over to Langdock off the recycle. Now give and go, Del Moral. And running out of real estate is Aurora. Dutch Lions will have the throw. Chicago won their opening match against RKC Third Coast since they've dropped 3 consecutive. Ball caroms to the feet of Kat Rapp. A strong step up by the defender to take that away. A whistle from the official. And he signals to the spot.
I would agree with that call. I think that was a great touch there. Was that Maya Hansen? I think it was. With a great touch to try to get in behind there. Drew the foul. Let's see this. Great little ball in there. Great run. Drew the foul. Wonderful first touch there. 100%. That was a great call by the ref. I think that's always going to be a PK there.
Our rules of the game presented by Larkin Hoffman. Adler steps up to the penalty area and converts. An early strike for Minnesota off the penalty.
This started with a giveaway by Chicago inside the box there. Minnesota Aurora with that high press, like we just talked about, winning the ball back in their 18, immediately going to goal. That's something that Minnesota Aurora has done so well this season. It obviously turned into a PK. Unlucky there for Dutch Lions, but a great goal by Minnesota Aurora.
Adler's third of the year makes it a 1-0 lead early for Minnesota. Aurora were 3 for 3 on penalties last season. That's their first conversion of the year. The question becomes, how will Chicago respond? These Dutch Lions, a bright start in their last match against Chicago City, actually controlled the first half possession 60-40. In the first 15 minutes, 3 shots on goal, 3 corners, but a much different story to start this one.
Well, Chicago City and Dutch Lions are a little bit of a derby match. They know each other very well. They obviously are just down the road from each other. And so that does bring a little bit of energy to the game. I think Dutch Lions, because City is so good, wanted to get a win and came out with that kind of energy straight from the get-go, which made it a really exciting game. For me, the question for Dutch Lions is, can that be sustained? Is this something that they can hold for 90 minutes, for multiple games? Is this something that they can really weave into their DNA of how they're playing?
Kate Downs plays it out wide to the far side. That ball intercepted by Harris and volleyed away by Wickers. Wynn had a teammate on the overlapping run, and a little collision there. Aurora still with it. Cat Rapp really challenging for that ball. You see that high press from Aurora again.
Yeah, I was going to mention the same thing. They are not letting Dutch Lions find an easy way out. They're pressing every ball, first, second, and third. They're doubling down, even players coming back from up top, doubling on the backside of Dutch Lions, making it just really difficult for them to connect or even dribble out of a really tight area.
Ostrom gave it up, was looking for Wynn, and that's out off Mariah Wynn. Dutch Lions will have the throw.
Because Dutch Lions only has one forward, they really need to also be, when the ball does go forward, be going forward with that player, with the ball, so that that player up top is not just alone holding the ball by herself. She needs to be able to have somebody else to pass to connect with. So that's going to be a challenge for them as well. That's the challenge of a 4-5-1.
That's Catherine Stevens who has it. Now gives it up to Alexa Joshi, trapped in that far corner and taken away by Wynn. Rapp will fight the challenge off and play it back to Wickers. Now here's Poorball with it. As mentioned in our open, Aurora coming off the 1-0 win over the weekend against Rochester FC. Took the season series with the Loons. As Hansen searching for that ball. Able to win that back for Aurora. A strong run here for Hansen, finally cut out by the defender.
Maya Hansen is so dynamic, making that cross run, then she spun out, got it again on the other side. She cleared out about 3 defenders out of that space before going back into it.
There's Del Moral. Ball caroms past the end line. That'll be a goal kick for Caitlin Richards in goal for Chicago Dutch Lions.
Del Moral has been a player that I think has earned her spot now to break into this starting 11. I think that flank right player has been a question mark for Coach Lukic. We've seen a couple different players being tried out there. Del Moral has really shown she can step into that, score goals from it, be an influential player. It's exciting to see for her career and her development, you know, how far she's come on that far right side.
Plenty of space to move here for Aurora. Tried to play that ball through the middle, had Adler, and Adler had Maddie Mariani draped all over her. Del Moral looking for the angle to cross and finds it. Wynn was there, just couldn't get a good touch on it. Still inside the 6. And finally takes a spill out of play. It is a corner awarded, first of the match for Minnesota.
Bouncing balls like that in the 18 become really dangerous, even if they are not dangerous just from the get-go.
Aurora have taken 35 corners this season, conceded just 8, had 4 in the 4-0 win over Dutch Lions last time. The shot faked and caromed off the defender. Another corner upcoming. Adler will take it in swinging ball, and Dutch Lions were first to it. It's still alive though. Adler will cross it back in. Kafusi fights off a challenge, now still dancing through defenders.
Good job by Kafusi to take those touches away from her players, but dangerous in saying that. She makes one mistake and she's already pulled herself out of position, leaving just one player behind her. Definitely something that Minnesota Aurora needs to keep an eye on. Perhaps Dutch Lions as well if they want to expose it.
Harris gave it away and then promptly won it back. Now here's Kat Rapp. Trying to play Adler through. Adler in and tripped up at the last moment. It will be a corner awarded. That's now 3 for Aurora. We've talked so much coming into this season about the home record last year. And Danny, as we take a look at the replay,
Great job by Hannah Adler to try to break through those 2 players there. Good body. It was really great running by her.
Wickers will take this one hanging in the air, more out swinging. Defender couldn't clear it away. Adler. Back to Wickers on the far side. Shot blocked away. Dutch Lions having a tough time clearing the lines here. Another shot sent toward, and they had Harris unmarked on that near post run, but a little too much weight behind that, and it's out for another goal kick.
Dutch Lions there actually had 9 of their 11 players, actually 10 of their 11 players, including the goalie there, inside their 18. They really just had one forward, lone forward up high. That's definitely something I talked about at the beginning, compacting defense. There is the perfect example of it.
We talked about it last week, though, the home record, including last year. TCO has really turned into such a fortress for Aurora. They've won 4 of their last 5 matches home, 10-1-1 all time. It's the goal scoring, though. 36 goals scored at home, 7 conceded. Now 37 counting the goal tonight.
Yeah, it's quite the statistic. They definitely have some pride playing at home, but as they should, because this crowd is outstanding. It shows up, day in, day out, Wednesdays, Saturdays, Sundays. The crowds here have been pretty outstanding, so I know that that's something Minnesota Aurora wants to continue to impress their fans for and keep everybody coming out and being excited.
Harris surveying her options going forward. Now has space to move with it. Good ball played out wide. Langdock will run that down. Ground cross in, and a smart clearance there from, looked to be Sophie Kirsten, to just guide that out.
Just amazing vision there. Tiana Harris was the one that started that. She played into the midfield. Kenzie Langdock knew that was happening, was already on the run forward, getting to the end line. Everybody was on the same page in that build-up.
This will be the 4th corner as Wickers will send it in. Headed over the bar by Harris, and out for an Emma Guthrie goal kick. Guthrie, the junior for Loyola Chicago Ramblers, native of Naperville, Illinois.
So you mentioned it, that's their 4th corner in 13 minutes. That is something Coach Lukic wanted to focus on, both defensively and attacking, was set pieces and finishing on corners specifically. So I know that's, if they continue to get this amount of corners, she's definitely going to want to see them finishing some goals off of those opportunities. In tighter games, those do not come easy, so you want to be really, really clinical when you do have those opportunities.
The give-and-go pass was seeking Adler. Instead, it's Del Moral who picks up the pieces. Chicago trying to clear the lines and unsuccessful in that effort. Finally booted away from dangerous territory. But going back to what you were just saying about those set pieces, that's something Nicole Lukic also talked about in the wider areas. She said that she felt like Aurora dominated the central channels last time against Dutch Lions, and that's something they worked on this week in training, was controlling space in the wide area.
Yeah, I think she knew that this game was going to be a little harder because in their last match, Dutch Lions didn't really know what they were all about. It was still early in the season. They were trying to figure out how they wanted to play, how these new players mesh together. In the second game, it's always a little different because you've had the chance now to go back to the drawing board, make the adjustments you need, talk about a different game strategy. They're already, you can, again, going back to their formation, going to the 4-5-1 is a very defensive-minded, compacting strategy. And you can see it in the way that they are sitting almost on top of their 18 and looking for just a counterattack ball.
Flicked out wide to Del Moral, looking for the cross, and defender was there again. That was Kate Downs, able to cut that out. It does concede the 5th corner for Aurora. They'll short the corner. Rapp has it now. Played through to Langdock. Langdock's cross blocked away. Another corner upcoming. That's now 6 corners for Minnesota in the first 16 minutes. Wickers off the corner, headed away initially. Adler comes up with it. Off the volley and blocked away.
Great try there by Hannah Adler to try to bring it down and get something more out of it than just a wild shot.
Here's Wickers again. Aurora really turning the screws in this end. It's out, though, for a Guthrie goal kick. Danny, what's resulted in this abundance of corners early as we take a look at our rules of the game presented by Larkin Hoffman?
Well, Minnesota Aurora is trying to figure out a way to get behind this essentially block of 9 defenders that they're trying to play through. Seeing a lot of that trying to build out around the outsides, which oftentimes has resulted in a cross that then is blocked and has gone out for a corner. It makes a lot of sense. It is a good tactic by Dutch Lions to keep them outside. You'd want to give up a corner more than you want to give up a goal. So, they're definitely doing what they should be doing on the Dutch Lions side. What I would like to see from Minnesota Aurora is for them to actually capitalize on those corners.
Dutch Lions trying to capitalize off an Aurora turnover. That fizzles out almost as quickly as it developed. Here's Harris with it. Ball played forward looking for Rapp. Instead it finds the feet of Piper Bezoriak, the Charlotte 49er who missed all of last year with injury. Good to see Bezoriak rehabbing well.
Yeah, you hate to see players out that long with injuries. It's always tough.
She's a strong piece for this Chicago Dutch Lions team, a CUSA second teamer 2 seasons ago, 6 goals, and in 2020, that pandemic-shortened season, part of the Conference USA all-freshman team. Good ball over the top. Here's a foot race for Hansen, who's in. Couldn't get the shot off. A fantastic recovery by that back line for Dutch Lions.
You're right. A really, really great recovery there by Dutch Lions, and a good choice by the goalie to come out there. Made it almost a 3-on-1. Really difficult for Hansen to try to get any control of the ball.
Looked like a counterattack was developing there instead of turnover for Dutch Lions.
I will say Minnesota Aurora is holding a pretty high line defensively.
Del Moro, great ball through. Just at the last minute gave it up. And it looked like that pass was influenced by Kate Downs, so it will be the 7th corner for Aurora.
So far, this game has been pretty back and forth. That was just almost a counterattack for Dutch Lions, then back counterattack for Minnesota Aurora. Now we have another corner kick.
This time it's Adler who hangs that high in the air. Wickers can't keep it alive. Dutch Lions with the throw. In spite of the early goal conceded, Dutch Lions have done a good job of settling into things. However, here's a poorly timed turnover for Chicago. Langdock providing the width. Couldn't fight that challenge off.
These two teams have faced each other before, unlike Rochester, unlike RKC, where those teams are new. So I think Dutch Lions and Aurora knew a little bit more about what to expect from each other going into this match, into the previous matches as well. In saying that, I do think we are seeing some differences. Minnesota Aurora is holding a very high line defensively. They are open it up to getting exposed that way. Especially if Dutch Lions can do a quick counterattack. They have also Dutch Lions defensively. You can see right now on the screen, they have almost, again, 9 players right on top of the box within about 10 yards of each other. So it is making it really challenging for Minnesota Aurora to try to find any way through that.
You have to give a tip of the cap to Dutch Lions as well for fighting through some early season adversity. Parted ways with Dan Cross, their head coach, just 2 matches into the season. Carson Davenport, goalkeeper coach, had served as interim for a match, and now actually their general manager, Heather Bickerton, is roaming the sidelines tonight for Dutch Lions.
Yeah, that kind of turnover sure does not make it an easy and consistent training environment, playing environment for these women, so they certainly have a different kind of hill to climb because of that.
Aurora take up residence on the far side. No space there, so it's back to Kafusi.
I think we will see a lot of time with Tiana Harris and Kelsey Kafusi having their foot on the ball today because it's going to be a slow game of pass, pass, pass until we find a time where we can go, and we're going to go fast when we do that, but we're going to slow it down and keep our own momentum, kind of lull Dutch Lions into a slow rhythm and then go, all at once. I think will be the strategy here.
Harris will play that back to poor ball, and that is where Minnesota will reset things. Plenty of space to move here for Aurora. Great ball played through. Del Moro just wide. It looked like Guthrie got a piece of it on the save. It concedes the 8th corner to Aurora, but that is a top-class save.
This started actually in the back. Great build-up from Tiana Harris. They exposed, pulling players out of their own positions till Minnesota Aurora found the area to go. Pulled people across.
Ball trickles through the 6. No one comes up with it.
And here we are back to, again, lulling, slowing the game down, keeping possession. No need to go forward because there's not a lot of movement. There's not a lot happening in the attacking half right now because Dutch Lions are just sitting back so compact. Minnesota Aurora wants to pull them out a little bit, draw some players out of positions, and then find players in behind.
They were looking for Adler. That was Joshi and Adler going hard at it there deep in that corner. Dutch Lions will have the throw. Aurora back on it now as Wickers will join the rush. Now out to Ostrom. Ostrom plays one in, and Guthrie was there, read it all the way.
Good job by Guthrie to come out there, strong hands. She had 2-3 players, Minnesota Aurora players, crashing in on her there, so can't make a mistake on that one, and she did a good job to bring it in.
You talked a minute ago, Danny, about lack of options going forward. As a former player, when you see your opponent line up with 5 across the back, it kind of gives away the game there a little bit. How frustrating is that, having to go against a team that's so committed to just defending?
You know, you have to be really disciplined to not get frustrated because your mentality, especially as an attacking player, so I'm biased in this, is always like, I want to score more, I want to get more goals. But you really have to be disciplined to say, you know what, we actually already have the goal here. We have what we need. If nothing else changes, we are going to walk away with this, this win. So to change that mentality and to go away from being frustrated, you have to be patient, which is equally as hard. To know we can keep possession, we can play slow, we can let our center backs have the ball. We don't have to go forward if it's not on.
Kafusi with it.
And Dutch Lions, their forward is not even trying to press the back line right now. They're inviting Minnesota Aurora to play around the back, to have the ball back there. It's not dangerous, so we're all comfortable. It's not boring. I mean, it's not fun soccer, but, they're getting it done.
Nifty move from Wynn, and Wynn ridden to ground just outside the 18. Mariah Wynn has been a force on that outside all year and able to win a free kick for Minnesota well within striking distance.
Yeah, Mariah Wynn is so much fun to watch. She's so dynamic. Great run to get in behind the defender. Good try to bring it down. Good footwork there. Getting on top of the box. She's creating opportunities just by getting on the ball there.
Shot sent in just over the bar. Right idea, just couldn't get the finish all the way down.
I think she was trying to get a little cheeky there, try to bend it up and over, try to get back down in a very short amount of time. I think even if that would have dropped not on the outside of the goal, I think Guthrie would have had her hands on it.
Wynn steps up, nearly intercepts that. And Bazoriak will guide it back to her center back partner. We talked about Charlotte a minute ago and Piper Bazoriak. Looking at this Dutch Lions defense, it is very reminiscent of what you see from teams like a Charlotte, like an Old Dominion, who line up with 5 across the back. Plenty of experience I have calling some of those matches. And you're right, it does take discipline to not get frustrated going against a team like that they're really not going to send a lot of options forward.
Well, I do think that this is something that makes Coach Lukic and the mentality that she is trying to build into this team a little bit of a unicorn, because her mentality is, let's score goals. I am willing to give up goals if we are going to score more. And I think that's a really rare mentality to have in this league, especially I just think in women's soccer in America in general. That's something that it generally is a more defensive-minded, if we don't get scored on, we can't lose kind of mentality. So I think that that's something that does make Minnesota Aurora different in this league, and I think has made them a little bit more of a standout team.
It's especially impressive considering the mindset is, hey, I don't care if we give up goals as long as we score more, yet they still haven't given up a goal.
They have not. I agree with you. I go back to the beginning. That is not something that I think has been talked about enough, and maybe that's because Coach Lukic.
Good ball from Adler. Hansen had it for a moment and deflected off of Hansen. That will force Guthrie's hand to scoop it up.
Good try there by Maya Hansen to again bring that down. Really, really difficult. The ball's behind her, so she had to stop her run, come back, try to bring it down, and then turn and get a shot off. She did a great job to do that.
Del Moral chases that down. Now Langdock will step up with it. Cat wrap. Langdock. Couldn't place that pass on the mark. It's won back here by Stifler. Quick counterattack developing, and again, Dutch Lions struggling to get into that final third.
Tiana Harris is so good at one-on-one defending. Stifler would have really had to come up with something there to try to get behind her. It's a really difficult one-on-one, especially when she's that far out. Having said that, you can't continue to keep seeing mistakes like that from players like Kenzie Langdock. I think that's one of a few that she's had like that, but in a tougher game, that could become a really, really crucial mistake.
We've eclipsed a half hour played here at TCO Stadium. A 1-0 lead for Minnesota. An early penalty converted by Hannah Adler. After that, it really hasn't been a whole lot of action. Possession dominated by Minnesota, but it's mainly been this.
Yeah, Dutch Lions are definitely comfortable in sitting back, in letting the play happen in front of them. Not trying to press up, not trying to get exposed, not trying to get pulled out of position. They are being very disciplined in their strategy as well, and to be honest, I do think it is working. It's making it really difficult for Minnesota Aurora to create any chances. I think the challenge for them will be, can we stay clean when we have the ball, not give it up in a really dangerous area where Minnesota Aurora can punish us for that.
Quick throw taken by Dutch Lions, and they'll have another. This Dutch Lions front office really retooled the team in the offseason. Only 7 returners from last year's 3-8-0 team, as Stifler had it on her foot and just couldn't corral it in.
Really impressive footwork over on the sideline there to get in behind. Stifler, good run, but that was a really impressive footwork over there.
Dutch Lions will make their first change of the match. Peyton Nolan, the junior back from Northern Illinois, will come in for Alexa Joshi, the Illinois Fighting Illini player.
That's a pretty early sub to be using one of their 7 subs in 31st minute. Interesting thought process there. Maybe, I don't know, a little injury, a little knock there or something. I'm not sure, but that's a pretty early sub.
It almost seems maybe even more defensive-minded with Nolan being a back and Joshi playing more in that midfield space, as Stifler was just able to get that in the vicinity of poor ball, who scoops it up to end any danger. And that's really the first true opportunity we've seen offensively from Dutch Lions.
Yeah, and Stifler was the one who started that. She jump-started with her movement off the ball there, trying to break in behind. You saw after Amanda Poorbaugh actually had the ball, Stifler was telling the rest of the team to stay up with me. Stay up, let's defend high up here. Amanda Poorbaugh threw it down to her feet, and Stifler was actually right there to try to get her foot on it.
Players get tangled up on that far side. That will be a free kick given. It was Maddie Mariani, the Illinois Fighting Illini player, able to win that free kick for Dutch Lions.
And this is exactly that moment that Coach Lukic was saying, we need to be really good defensively on these kind of outside opportunities.
Ball hanging in, and poor ball was there. Stifler was marked for that far post.
Good hands there by Amanda Pourbaugh. You heard her coming out to get the ball. She was very confident there. Everybody knew she wanted to come out and get it, and then she did a good job with actually coming out and having strong hands.
It was Erdman who steps up to clear that out. Christine Erdman, the freshman out of Bowling Green State, native of Mokena, Illinois. Aurora will have the throw. And talking about the goal scoring for Minnesota, as we have a whistle and a foul, 20 goals scored coming into this match in just 4 matches. They didn't hit that mark until the 8th match of last season.
I think this season, because there was a lot of returners coming back, they already knew what they were capable of. They knew they were capable of scoring. They knew they wanted to get forward.
That ball hanging in the air just outside the 18, and that is where Christine Erdman will take over possession.
You're right, that ball really did hang in the air. It looks like there's a little bit of wind, but there was a lot of backspin on that, super high. Really hard to turn that into anything. That's one of those chances where it truly is a 50-50 ball. Whoever wins that, it's probably going to be, a second and third ball as well that is kind of up in the air.
Catherine Stevens had it near the midfield stripe and gave it up. Now Pourbaugh will take possession of it. As strong defensively as Dutch Lions have looked so far tonight, trailing by a goal, you have to find a way to peg one back, and that's a tough task considering they scored the 7th fewest goals in the league this season. Just 3 goals scored, 8 given up coming into this evening.
Well, if they are sticking with this 4-5-1 or a version of that, you can see that they are very defensive minded, that they're very comfortable with letting play happen in front of them and not necessarily on their front foot, let's press high kind of a mentality.
Miscommunication between Langdock and Del Moral, and actually Aurora will have the throw after the official overrules himself. Adler really fighting through a host of blue shirts. Wickers was hounded from behind by Stevens. Smart pass. Gave it up to Kafusi. And they'll recycle that ball over to the far side. Hansen looking for that little bit of daylight. Ball still tangled up. That was Rapp who collected it. It looks as though they'll say it was out off Cat Rapp, meaning a goal kick up coming.
Pretty messy there all around. Really, Minnesota Aurora didn't have many connected passes there. It was almost like Maya Hansen trying to take on 3, 4, 5 players at once, and then everybody else was kind of falling in behind to clean up the mess and somehow got a shot off.
Dutch Lions can't win that aerial battle. Aurora back on it. Here's Wynn. Still got a shot off, but considerably wide of the goal. And that is where Emma Guthrie will pick it up to end the danger. Dutch Lions doing a really good job of just muddying the waters, really mucking things up when Aurora get into that final third. That was a prime example of it.
That's exactly right. Mucking up is not, I couldn't use a better word really, as that's exactly what they're doing. They're just trying to disrupt anything that Minnesota Aurora is doing, making it really hard for them to find any sort of rhythm. Like we said, this game has been very back and forth, albeit slow at times. It's been very back and forth. There hasn't been a ton of consistent play in one direction yet.
Another whistle sounds and another foul.
Once again, Minnesota Aurora holding a pretty high line here. And Dutch Lions have 3 players now on that back line trying to get in behind. A little curious about what the thought process is there, almost seems like they're trying to do an offsides trap, which you don't see that often these days.
Stifler tried to play that ball in, and it was headed away by Wickers. Dutch Lions will have the throw. We head to the 40th minute, still a 1-0 lead for Aurora after the early penalty. Wickers just tripped over the ball. Now Dutch Lions, this could be something here for Chicago.
This is definitely the most amount of players they've had in the attacking half all game. Had a couple consistent passes here, had momentum.
Hansen couldn't settle it after the first touch. Now the teams trade possessions in the midfield.
This game has been a lot more in the air than I think Minnesota Aurora is typically comfortable with as well. The ball's been bouncing a lot. It's been hard for them to bring it down, get control of the ball. I do think that goes back to what you mentioned with being disruptive, but typically Minnesota Aurora is a little bit more clinical with their passing. Ball's nice, clean on the ground. Their touches are close to their feet, and today it seems to be popping up a little bit more, bouncing up, hitting them in the thigh, the stomach. It's hard to bring balls down like that.
That seems to be playing into the style a bit of Dutch Lions, and watching their last match, and here's Adler, who's in, and keeper misplayed it. Official points to the spot.
That has to be a questionable red card there. Okay, so he's giving a yellow. I'm a little surprised by that. She is last man back there. If he's giving the foul, I almost think he has to give a red card there. Obviously, referee's choice. Maybe he saw something different. Maybe he didn't think she was the last man. But to me, that definitely warrants a card, definitely warrants a PK.
Adler's already converted from the spot once this evening, looking to double the Aurora advantage. And does.
Guthrie actually guessed right there, but good placement by Hannah Adler there to finish it off and still get the goal.
Adler completes the brace. That's 4 on the campaign. Aurora lead 2-0.
Two goals by PK is not what you want to see. It's not the best. Here, let's take a look at this replay again. Good turn there by Maya Hansen. Good slot in again to Hannah Adler. Great job. Guthrie did a good job of coming out. It definitely warranted a PK for sure.
Off the restart, Aurora promptly back on it. You saw that reverse angle, though, of that converted penalty. You were right in what you said about Guthrie guessing right. That just slipped through the mitts of Emma Guthrie.
Yeah, lucky that was on the ground. Like I've mentioned this in many games before, the hardest place for a goalie to try to save is actually on the ground between their hands and feet because it's so hard to get down in that area so quickly. So really well-placed shot. If that were any slower, I think Guthrie probably would have had her hand on it.
Wynn fought off a challenge from Lizzie Orick and has it back for Aurora. Hansen providing that width out wide, and it's cleared away.
So I started to mention it. 2 goals by PK is not exactly what you wanted to see from this game. You want to see a little bit more being created off the run of play. That's not to say that those PK opportunities are not being created by the work that Minnesota Aurora is doing, but it's not coming as easy to them this game, is how it seems. It's very disorganized. It's kind of, let's see what we can create out of sort of this sloppy mess.
Hansen finds its way through to wrap and punched home by Adler. Her 3rd of the evening.
lovely goal there. What a good finish. This is more what we want to see. We're going to go back to the replay here in just a second. Good job by Del Moro there to get in behind the defender. Still kind of messy there. There wasn't quite, you know, like a smooth passing, tick, 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 and then a finish. It was kind of like bouncing around, but at the end of the day, Hannah Adler bringing home a third goal for herself. Really impressive.
That's now consecutive home matches for Aurora, with a player with 3 goals. Last time it was Maya Hansen and that 10-0 drubbing of RKC Third Coast. Tonight, it's Hannah Adler, the Oak Park, California native. 3-0 lead for Aurora.
I am really happy to see Hannah Adler getting some goals for herself. She is Coach Lukic has said time and time again, she's one of the unsung players that really make a difference on this team. She is consistent in training. She's a leader. She's bringing the same work ethic day in and day out. She's expecting that of players around her. So, you know, for Hannah, it is something I'm happy to see her bring 3 goals in for herself today.
Adler 5 goals on the campaign. Now Dutch Lions trying to ask questions of this Aurora defense. Stifler will win the free kick on that far corner.
We are at the 45th minute here. We're not sure how much extra time is added. Didn't see the refs give us that notification.
An opportunity for Dutch Lions, in toward goal and headed away by Aurora. Downs with it. Good build-up here for Chicago. Trying to tack one on late. Shot from Stevens, saved by Pourball. And that is the halftime whistle at TCO Stadium. 3 goals in the first 45 minutes, all from Hannah Adler, 2 from the penalty spot. It's all Aurora after 1 half of play in Eagan. 3-0 over Chicago Dutch Lions. We'll head to break on Fox 9 Plus. The halftime report on the other side.
Aurora fans, you're watching the Fox 9 Plus halftime report.
Well, welcome and thanks for watching. This is the halftime of the Aurora's 5th game, and they're almost at the halfway point. And this team is still holding on to their perfect record so far this season.
Today is a rematch with the Chicago Dutch Lions, who they took care of on the road last month, and today it seems no different. Up 3-0 at the end of the half.
They're looking good.
They sure are.
Yeah.
Let's get back out to TCO Performance Center with Pierre Newsham. Hi, Pierre.
Hi guys, yeah, it is a 3-0 score here at the half as Minnesota Aurora has enjoyed a very entertaining first half of play. And again, like we kind of said last week, goals have come early and they came often so far for this team. It took a little while for Minnesota to find their reins, but in the 3rd minute of this game, Maya Hansen back in the lineup after missing Sunday's contest against Rochester, taken down in the box early on, but Hannah Adler getting the first of her 2 penalty kick goals in the half, and she would also tack on a 3rd just before halftime. So a first half hat trick for Hannah Adler. We saw that happen with Maya Hansen in last week's contest. She also had a first half hat trick, but right now it is 3-0 in favor of Minnesota Aurora as they look to remain undefeated so far this season, coming into this match with a 4-0 record, looking to make it a perfect 5-0, and they have yet to be scored upon so far this season. So things have gone awfully well for Minnesota so far this season. That trend has continued today. We'll see what type of adjustments they make at the half, but for right now, all smooth sailing as Minnesota has the field tilted, really dominating time and possession, and it's really reflective on the scoreboard right now as once again they lead at 3-0 at the half, and we'll have a full recap of this game coming up tonight at 9 on Fox 9. Tim, BC?
All right, looking forward to it, Pierre. Thank you. The Lynx were also supposed to be in action tonight, but the poor air quality from wildfire smoke is canceling multiple sporting events in New York. That means tonight's matchup between the Lynx and New York Liberty will not be played in Brooklyn. A makeup date for that game has not yet been announced. Major League Baseball games at Yankee Stadium and in Philadelphia were also postponed. Here at home today, it was perfect weather to start this summer's Town Ball Tour. Today, we took a trip up to Freeport with the Black Sox taking on the Avon Lakers.
Our chief meteorologist, Ian Leonard, is always having a good time at Town Ball. And tonight, no different.
We're at our first Town Ball Tour baseball stop of the season. We're way up in Stearns County, halfway between St. Cloud and Sauk Center, a little tiny town called Freeport. Why? Because it's Town Ball and it is so incredible. Let me give you an idea. The field is happening right now, but my goodness, the stands are packed. And when you come to Town Ball, you always seem to find a friend. Ladies and gentlemen, my friend with the best hair in the game, Mr. Randy Meyer.
Yeah,
Town Ball Tour.
It's awesome here tonight in Freeport. We're about 90 miles west of the heart of the Twin Cities, on a classic Town Ball night here in Minnesota, in farm country.
Hot dogs, bratwurst, farm talk, cornfields on the other side of the parking lot, free Minnesota Nice ice cream, giveaways from Fox, and some incredible baseball swag.
And they proclaimed today Fox 9 Town Ball Day in Freeport for us.
No, I think you mispronounced that. It's actually Ian Leonard Day in Freeport.
No,
Randy
in fact,
added the Town Ball
your
Tour.
name wasn't on there.
No, I'm
anywhere.
sorry.
No,
It is
wasn't.
because
No,
I just wrote it
really
in there.
Wasn't. I looked.
I wrote it.
There.
It's there. It's there now. It's there now. It's Ian Leonard Day in Freeport, or as Randy likes to call it, Town Ball Tour Stop #1. We hope you're enjoying your time at the Aurora. Go Aurora, go!
What a fun time out there tonight. And the fun continues next week and all summer too. Next week we're heading over to Newmarket. The Muskies, they're taking on the New Prague Orioles at St. Nicholas Hillside Park. And we hear they have an Ian Leonard lookalike contest. It's all planned. Oh my goodness, what could possibly go wrong? A lot more too. Every town seems to be changing it up and trying to outdo the other, which is what we love about Town Ball. So make sure you tune in on Wednesdays throughout this summer to take in all of the Town Ball Tour action.
Yeah, a great game, great people. Minnesota Nice Cream is out there. I mean, and the weather's beautiful, and hopefully it'll be that way throughout this tour this summer. Just so much fun in store.
Well, it's always fun about these events when you go to them. There's always kind of like this unofficial contest between the towns about how they can outdo each other a little bit. And that includes the ballpark food too. You know, the hamburgers, everyone tries to outdo the town before and bring in more youth baseball and incorporate more activities into it. Hey, there was a country music concert.
I remember that every
at
year.
One of the stops last year.
We've been doing this for 5 years now, and it seems like every year tops itself. And the best thing I think about being out there is just the sense of community. Isn't it fantastic?
People come out, they support their hometown baseball teams, and you get a sense as to how entwined that is in all of our communities throughout greater Minnesota.
And we're just getting started.
Still ahead on your Aurora halftime report, including an introduction to another new member of the club.
Learn about Paola 10, their role on defense here, and how she'll be taking those talents internationally in the future.
Aurora fans, you're watching the Fox 9 Plus halftime report.
All right, Aurora fans and the team ready to get back into action in Eagan, but we still have another 5 minutes before they kick off the second half here. Well, when some people look at the Minnesota Aurora team, they see a fun soccer club in the summertime.
But for one player, she views this opportunity as not only a summer hobby, but a stepping stone to inch closer towards her dreams.
For some people, soccer is just a game, but in Paola Ten's case, it's a family thing.
Because of my brother, like he started playing and my sister as well, so I kind of had an attraction to that.
She credits her brother for building up her strength.
I basically started playing with boys, so it made me a little bit tougher.
In need of a bigger challenge, one day Ten decided it was time to play American soccer.
I know it would be a lot more demanding, fast-paced soccer.
She packed her bags and headed to play at Iowa Lakes Community College, admitting she kind of underestimated the weather.
How many winter coats did you bring with you when you came?
0. My mom gave me one, but it was definitely not enough.
But she had more than enough talent, earning first team All-Region. That play also led to another invite to play for her national team.
When you were 9 years old, did you ever envision yourself playing for the national team?
Never.
This summer, Ten will compete for the Dominican Republic under-20 team with some of the world's best.
It always pushes me to be the best version of myself, and also I can contribute to my nation, and I cannot be more proud of that.
And when she's done there, she's excited to see what the Aurora is all about.
I heard they got to the finals, all the audience, all the community group that is everyone in Minnesota is helping and supporting the group, so I was really impressed by that.
Even more impressive, the star-studded roster, which will help bring Ten's dreams of going pro much closer to being a reality.
Well, it has a lot of professional players that have played in the past, so I think getting surrounded by them, it makes me feel like it's pushing myself to the best.
In Eagan, I'm Ahmad Hicks, Fox 9 Sports.
And we have another local lady looking to crush the competition. Gopher women's basketball standout Mara Braun will play for Team USA in the FIBA 3-on-3 Under-21 Nations League in China this summer. Last season, Braun scored more than 15 points a game in her first year with the Gophers and was named to the Big Ten's all-freshman team.
Yeah, she can play. Hey, thanks for watching your Fox 9 Plus halftime report.
Let's get you back out to Eagan for the second half between the Aurora and the team.
3-0 after 45 minutes of play. Just about to start half number 2 here in Eagan, Minnesota, along with Danny Foxhoven-Young and the rest of our outstanding Fox 9 crew. I'm Jake Griffith. Danny, it was almost blink and you'll miss it in that first half. We felt like we set on 1-0 for the majority of the first 45. Minnesota tacks on 2 right at the end. What are your takeaways from that opening 45?
Well, this game does not feel like a 3-0 game. I will say that 2 goals of the 3 obviously came from PKs, which kind of came against the run of play. Minnesota Aurora had a hard time connecting passes, finding any sort of a rhythm in the attacking third. Having said that, they did capitalize on 3 different opportunities, and you can't fault them for that. They have made it 3-0 even though it didn't feel like it. So they've come away with what they wanted to come away with. If nothing else changes in the next 45, they'll be in a good spot.
Aurora will make 1 change to start half number 2. Off comes Ari Del Moral, on comes Rami Rapp, and it looked as though Chicago Dutch Lions were in the process of making 2 changes of their own.
I think one of those might be a goalie change as well.
Both keepers did warm up during the half. Dutch Lions traveling Emma Guthrie and Caitlin Richards today. Richards had started the first 4 matches of this season in goal, going with a different look tonight with Guthrie.
Dutch Lions trying to figure out who their subs are going to be. It looks like there will be 3 players being subbed in from Dutch Lions.
And that is a keeper, but it is Molly Fisher. Fisher, the junior out of Orland Park, Illinois, as Kayla Shebar will also sub on this half, as will Katrina Barthelt. Barthelt out of Bemidji State.
Bemidji State just up the road, familiar with the TCO Stadium atmosphere.
Interestingly enough there, as we see Molly Fisher on your screen, Fisher the D2 University of Mary product. Fisher actually led the team last year in minutes played and appearances, led all keepers for Dutch Lions, had yet to appear this year. They mentioned the number in the first half, only 7 players back from that roster as the whistle sounds, and we are back underway for half number 2 at TCO Stadium.
You mentioned she hasn't had minutes yet this season. This is something unique to this league where a lot of players might not be even with the team, for the first half of the season. Because it is short, a lot of players are coming out of school, are working, doing things like this outside of soccer.
Aurora dealing with something similar with Paola Ten, who just returned from the CONCACAF U20 qualifiers. Nicole Lukic told us her first day at training was yesterday.
Yeah, welcome back. We're so excited to see her. She is not on this roster tonight, so we will not be seeing her. But I do know they're trying to get her, back on Central Time here, get her body adjusted to Minnesota, give her a little bit of rest after a really high load at CONCACAF.
Adler carrying it forward. Nifty move to get past the defender. Hannah Adler has all 3 goals tonight for Aurora. Now whips this one back in. Still alive in the mixer, and Rapp denied on the doorstep.
Really great opportunity there for Minnesota Aurora. They almost had 3 or 4 players on the back post there unmarked. And again, Minnesota Aurora had 3 players there running through unmarked.
Welcome to the contest. Molly Fisher thrown into the line of fire early, and a great reflex save. Once again, though, Dutch Lions an opportunity to counterattack, just fizzling out.
already a little bit of a different mentality from Dutch Lions. They actually had 3 players there as Minnesota Aurora was trying to play around the back, pass around the back there. Dutch Lions actually had 3 players pressing forward. So we might see a little bit of a different tactic here, trying to get more on the front foot, maybe win balls a little higher up the field.
Free kick given to Aurora. Kafusi will take this. Headed toward goal and wide of that far post.
I am positive that this is something Coach Lukic talked to her team at halftime about. They had, I don't even know how many corners at this point. They had a number of, 9 corners at this point, and they had a number of set pieces outside the 18 as well. This is something she wants to see them be better at attacking.
Another opportunity. Hansen trying to cut in and denied. Good recovery by Christine Erdman, and Erdman smart to just send that out. That ball sneaks through. Back on the overlap, here's Ostrom. And cleared away smartly.
Better job there by Minnesota Aurora to get into the attacking little corner there, get a cross off. I think they're showing a little bit more clinical in these first opening minutes here, trying to get in behind, keeping the ball on the ground. Passes are connecting a little bit more. Good combination plays like this.
A good job by Busy Oric, able to step up and just poke that away. Once again, it concedes a corner, now up to double digits. And you mentioned it in the first half, Danny, when you have this many opportunities off set pieces, you have to capitalize on one.
You do, you absolutely do. If not, this will be something they're going to be working on this week.
A little too much weight behind that. Still, Harris puts it on goal, inches over the crossbar.
And Tiana Harris is a favorite for winning the ball off these corners. That's actually, she scored the lone goal for Rochester in that exact kind of situation off a corner. As a center back, really unique to be the lone scorer. She really put the team on her back there and then turned around and held it down defensively. She came through again tonight looking for that header. She's been the player that they're trying to hit on those set pieces.
Dutch Lions will have the throw, but for Harris, it wasn't a header, but it was off a corner against RKC, had that goal unmarked on the back post. So somewhat unusual, both the goals for the center back have come off of a set piece.
Yeah. And to have both center backs actually scoring goals in one season is not something that you see very often. Kennedy Faulkner obviously having the other, she had a banger a couple games ago, winning actually I think goal of the week even for that one.
Aurora with options ahead, that one cut out. Dutch Lions gave it up and the whistle comes in and the foul. Another Aurora free kick coming. That foul against Catherine Stevens. Stevens just wrapped up a career for Loyola Chicago. 18 appearances, 8 starts. Scored Dutch Lions' lone goal last year against Aurora in the 2 matches played. Wicker sends this one ahead. And headed away by Busy Oric.
Good job by Dutch Lions to try to counterattack here. Tiana Harris was pulled forward to be, again, the person trying to get on the end of that. Means that Minnesota Aurora had players pulled out of back, and Dutch Lions were trying to get in behind there quickly.
You touched on it a minute ago, Danny, a little bit of changing tactics in the second half for Dutch Lions. This is the most blue shirts we've seen thrown forward by Chicago.
Yeah, it almost seems like they're forwards now. Stifler is not just the lone forward. We also have Steffens right behind her, sort of acting as like a second forward who's trying to help shut down play through the middle, trying to make it really difficult for Minnesota Aurora to play out of the back, which is something that they love to do. What we haven't seen is for Minnesota Aurora, they only made one sub like we talked about at half, so they are not trying to change their tactics based on what I can see. Coach Lukic seems to me like she's trying to give them a challenge to show you guys need to perform a little bit better this half. We need to clean it up. We need to make it a little bit more clinical, build a little bit more attack in the run of play.
That's something that you spotted in the first half about playing this match more in the air, and that was something that really feels like it played in that first half into what Dutch Lions wanted to do. Meanwhile, Stifler was in but offside, just got a little eager and couldn't play that last defender.
Great run by Stifler there, cutting across the line of the defense. She maybe was a step off there. Maybe, and Minnesota Aurora is, you can see in this replay here, just maybe a step off, but a wonderful, wonderful play by her, by Stifler. Great ball in behind. I almost think Kelsey Kafusi could have, had that not been offsides, would have been a foul, maybe even a PK. So Minnesota Aurora, I think, getting really lucky there, holding a higher line. Maybe that's working. We talked about that tactic in the first half. Not something you see very often where they are holding such a high line, but it worked in that instance.
This different tactical approach for Chicago doing wonders at almost dissuading Aurora from carrying the ball forward. Again, going back to having to play this more in the air. Stifler couldn't fight off that challenge from Kafusi.
And Dutch Lions really trying to press high there. Minnesota Aurora did a pretty good job of playing out there under pressure. But Dutch Lions definitely was trying to step up there, make it difficult for them to connect and play out.
Free kick given just near the midfield stripe, and now Aurora will make two more changes. Vianabanki and Morgan Stone will come in as Kafusi comes off.
It looks like Addie Wickers is going to be moved back to the center back role, and Morgan Stone will step into that holding mid role, which makes sense. That's what we saw last game here at TCO. Addie Wickers falling back into that center back role. I think that's a good choice by Coach Lukic. Kafusi got caught off guard there a couple times, having Stifler run in behind, so I think that's a good call.
Aurora will change the angle of the attack. This is Langdock from the far side. Has some space to move and gave it up. Was looking for Rami Rapp, out for a goal kick. Important to note, Vianabanki did not sub in when Morgan Stone came in. Looked like a little issue down in the substitution area, but Aurora now at the next opportunity will make two more changes.
I think at this point, these subs are probably due. Coach Lukic wanting to see a little bit more from this group. It seems like she gave them 10 minutes to try to bring the performance, the play up in the second half. I think 10 minutes was ample enough time for them to see if they could do that. They cleaned it up a little bit.
Here's Wynn slicing through. Hansen sends the shot wide of that far post. Just tried to bend it a little too much.
Yeah, got a little bit too much of the inside of the ball. There was actually bending away from goal. Had she sliced that with the outside of her foot, maybe it would have bent back into the goal.
Langdock really battling in. Able to win a free kick.
Dangerous position here for Minnesota Aurora. Again, they want to capitalize on one of these opportunities.
Ball sent forward and punched away there by Fisher. Still free. Adler looking for 4 and can't find the range. Just wide.
Really, really difficult goalkeeping there. She tried to punch it away, but actually went with open hands, which makes it really hard. Almost like she was caught in between catching it and trying to punch it away. You can see in this replay here, yep, open hands. She's almost like volleying it up to herself. Then tried to slide tackle. She was doing everything she can. You saw Dutch Lions actually falling. They had 5 players in front of the goal doing their job to block it while the goalie's out. So great job by Dutch Lions to keep it out of the net.
Christelle Yewa on, Vienna Banky on for Minnesota. That's 4 second-half changes for Aurora.
We have talked about this since the beginning of the season. Aurora has been a very first-half team. And I think Coach Lukic is expecting more out of them in this second half than what the starting 11 were giving. Making those changes was probably appropriate, trying to keep the energy up, see who can bring something new to the game, figure out some new solutions, ways to get around Dutch Lions and get in behind.
There was a foul on that run by Kayla Shebar. So free kick given to Aurora. Yewa flicks that on. And Adler will not be able to run that down. Just a little too much behind that from Yewa.
Hats off to that first touch for Yewa. That's a really, really difficult touch. In between 2 defenders, she takes it out from her body and knows exactly where she wants to go. Even before she had the ball, it was a little bit too far, but a really fantastic play by her there.
Stone deflects that out off the defender. Aurora with the throw. You can tell Adler really going for goal number 4. That would give her 6 and put her in prime contention for the Golden Boot race. Right now, everyone looking up at Bailey DeSmith, though, from Christos FC. 12 goals on the season.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive, and we're only halfway through the season. They might be halfway through, I think, now, as their league started a little sooner. But, yeah, that's an impressive stat. A little bit more movement here from Minnesota Aurora's attacking third. It's hard to see on the screen because the defenders here, the center backs, are passing the ball. Can't see a lot of the movement up the field, but in the first half, that was actually a pretty stagnant movement from the attackers on Minnesota Aurora, and there's a lot more crisscrossing, exchanging, pulling players out of defense. So that's good to see from Minnesota Aurora in this 60th minute here.
Yewa will play it back to Ostrom. Now Ostrom, great ball ahead. Out wide to Adler, trying to carve an opening here for Aurora as we cross an hour played. Langdock to Rami Rapp. Was looking for Stone, and Stevens just stepped in front. Now here's Shebar. Space to move for Shebar, and finally Tiana Harris steps up with the challenge and takes that away.
Minnesota Aurora getting really, really lucky there that didn't pan out. Dutch Lions exposed them on a quick counterattack. There is 2-on-1 almost there for Dutch Lions. We talked about it in the first half. They were holding such a high line. It made them really exposed to this, and I think Dutch Lions is, if they continue to do counterattacks like that, will punish Minnesota Aurora for that.
That's been something they quickly improved upon as well, trying to capitalize off counters. Chicago City did a good job of stymieing them in their last match. Meanwhile, here's Wynn, flanked by teammates on either side. Back in, and Wynn kisses it off the post. 4-0 Minnesota.
Oh, really difficult there for Fisher. She kind of got stuck in between, do I come out or do I hold my line? Was just sliding across, had her legs open, and Mariah Wynn with a clinical finish on the ground, basically in between the legs of Fisher there. You can see great first touch here. There's a big first touch. It invited Fisher to come off her line, and Fisher just wasn't confident enough to come out and get it. Really was just side shuffling there, and just a wonderful finish by Mariah Wynn.
Now 2 goals on the campaign for the St. Thomas Tommy. 9 appearances last year for St. Thomas. Wynn has appeared in every match so far this season.
And that quickly just shifted the momentum back to Minnesota Aurora. I think 1 minute prior to that, we were talking about how Dutch Lions actually had the momentum going forward on counterattacks, getting a little bit more rhythm and pressing higher up the field. And now it's shifted very much back into the hands of Minnesota Aurora with just 1 goal. That's the difference a goal can make.
And conversely, that's something they struggled against last match against Chicago City. Both City SC goals in that match came off counterattacks. We see another counterattack coming back to bite Dutch Lions.
Yeah, this game from the beginning, like we've said, albeit kind of slow at times, has actually been pretty back and forth. There's a counterattack one direction, then suddenly there's a counterattack going in the other direction. And Minnesota Aurora has been able to find the back of the net in those moments. Dutch Lions has not, but it has, the opportunities have still been there.
Yewa plays that into space. Adler to Rami Rapp. That pass just offline to Adler, and that allowed the defender to step up. That was Maddie Mariani with the takeaway.
I think one of the things that we're seeing here with Minnesota Aurora kind of being more attacking minded, Morgan Stone's their 6th, they're holding mid, and she's the lone holding mid. It's allowing Kat Rapp or Rami Rapp and Hannah Adler to be a little bit more free in the attack there. But one of them has to have a little bit more responsibility to come back on defense.
A foul given as Christine Erdman able to win a free kick. Aurora's coaching staff on this near touchline signaling. They were trying to say that Erdman was out. Ball hanging in, and there comes Pourball to snatch that out of midair.
Great goalkeeping there by Amanda Pourball, coming out with confidence. Again, you can hear her, even as the ball's in the air, yelling keeper, which lets all of her defenders know, get out of my way. I got this. I'm getting anybody that comes in my area is mine. And it actually makes it really easy for the defenders for Minnesota Aurora to clear out and just give her the space that she needs to make a save.
Ostrom has it near side, tried to play it into space to win, and that will be out for a Dutch Lions throw. Meanwhile, Minnesota will make 2 more changes. Sophie French and Elizabeth Rapp. Hannah Adler will get a much-deserved standing ovation from the home supporters. 3 goals for Adler this evening.
Very impressive night for her. I think everybody's pretty pleased with a hat trick from Hannah today.
And Kinsey Langdock will come off in favor of Elizabeth Rapp. All 3 Rapps on the pitch again.
They are fun to watch. Each of them bringing a little bit of unique flair, different positions on the field. You can see each of them has a different style, but they all fit so well within the DNA of this Minnesota Aurora side.
Throw given to Minnesota. French looked like she would take it.
Now that we're seeing all of these subs being made, one of the things that is difficult as being a player who has come off the bench and been asked, like, let's make a difference right away.
Great run by French. The ball right to her foot. That's even better defending, however. Just muscled French off the ball, and now a whistle and a foul. Some extracurriculars after that between French and the defender.
Yeah, great defending there. Trying to cut off on this long ball. You see just getting in between Sophie French and the ball, holding it off for the goalie to come out, for Fisher to come out and get the ball. Great defending. Makes it, I mean, Sophie French has to make a play there. Comes down to making a foul. And that foul, we were trying to track down who it was, but it was, we'll talk about the rules of the game brought to you by Larkin Hoffman again. Sophie French just trying to track down that player.
As here's French again. Whips it back into a dangerous area. Win denied. Molly Fisher has made some expert saves in this second half. Dutch Lions still can't clear the lines. Elizabeth Rapp. Now here's Stone. Back to French. French looking for the opening, and that will win a corner.
And this is where, as I was saying, many of those players coming in off the bench, one of the challenges is trying to get up to speed of this pace of game, coming from, basically going from 0 to 100. It is a real challenge. It takes a couple minutes to work yourself into it, but these women are coming off the bench and doing a great job of keeping the pace up there.
Wickers will take it from the far flag. Out swinging, Yewa, headed home, that's Harris.
There it is. One out of 12, I would say, is not bad. It was about time that Minnesota Aurora finally capitalized on this replay here. You can see once again trying to find the head of Tiana Harris. Harris solid in the air, coming through, just nodding it down to the back corner. Dutch Lions even had somebody on the post there and was unable to keep it out of the goal. So really a fine finish by Tiana Harris. 2 goals by Tiana Harris in 2 games as a center back is pretty outstanding.
Aurora add to their total, now 5-0. It's hard to believe that this match was 1-0 for majority of the first half.
That goes to see the importance of the substitutions you make, the importance of capitalizing on little moments, on big moments like a PK. All of those things add up. A 5-0 score doesn't necessarily tell the whole story of this game, but I think Minnesota Aurora feels comfortable with that, even though it's not, I would say, the prettiest of games so far.
Ball works its way back to Wickers. Now here's Ostrom.
And Dutch Lions still trying to press high this half. 3 players actually on the back line of Minnesota Aurora there, and you can see capitalizing on a mistake right there.
Quickly developing, that shot sent forward, but not before a whistle sounds. Free kick given for Dutch Lions.
I'm not sure I saw a foul there. Oh, handball.
Caitlin Narduli, the sophomore out of University of Illinois Chicago, just transferred into the Flames this offseason. She will take this free kick. A good spot here, Danny, for Dutch Lions. Well within striking distance.
It definitely is. You see a wall of 4 here. I think that's appropriate call by Amanda Poorbaugh.
Toward goal, and it gets past the outstretched arm of Poorbaugh. Caitlin Narduli, and the Dutch Lions have pegged one back.
Fantastic finish by Narduli there. I mean, that is a class act finish. You could not write a better set piece there. I will say Amanda Poorbaugh, she set her wall of 4 and then actually was lined up on the inside near post. You don't really want to get caught on the far post there. That's why you have a wall, so you can line up a little bit more out on the outside of your post and not get beat to the far post. So for Narduli seeing that and putting the ball there, just really a great goal.
Aurora quickly back on it after the restart. Wynn couldn't keep it in. Minnesota's streak of not conceding a goal ends at 432 consecutive minutes. That is the longest stretch to open a campaign in league history.
Very impressive stat. Today has been a day of set pieces. So many goals have come off of set pieces today, and that makes for a really unique game, I will say that, because it feels really disjointed. It feels like momentum and rhythm hasn't really been found, but a lot of goals have been scored, which, you know, it's fun for the fans, but I will say is different than what we've seen from Minnesota Aurora in the last couple of matches.
The Dutch Lions playing with a little renewed sense of energy here after getting that goal. Sure, you're still down 4, but if you're able to add another within the next couple of minutes, that does change the complexion of this contest a little bit.
Oh, it absolutely does. A goal can make all the difference in the world. Doesn't matter what the score difference is. They have to be feeling good, even though they're, you know, to be the lone team to notch a goal against Aurora this season has to feel pretty good as well. If they walk away with nothing else, I'd be okay with that.
Give and go between Yewa and Wynn. Busy Oric able to carry it forward. Now here's Shebar.
That mistake from Wynn there seems to me to be the story of the day. Just like one step off, one little touch off, not as clinical as we've seen Minnesota Aurora in the past. And then Dutch Lions winning the ball and going forward in the other direction almost immediately. That's really how the pace of this game has gone.
A solid build-up here for Dutch Lions results in a free kick.
That's a pretty, to me, that's a pretty soft yellow there. It almost seems shoulder to shoulder, but the ref must have seen something different. The center.
Dutch Lions have already scored off one set piece just minutes ago. It was Caitlin Narduli. And it's Narduli again, this time from the opposite side. Narduli has logged some good minutes in her college career. Spent 2 years at Xavier, appeared in back-to-back NCAA tournaments. Trying to make it back-to-back goals. And Poorbaugh has other ideas.
Confident save there, getting her feet and her hands back underneath her. She had that solidly covered. Minnesota Aurora taking a breath here, trying to regain their rhythm, regain possession, play out of the back. But Dutch Lions still holding that really high line, making it difficult for Minnesota Aurora to play out.
No one will win that foot race. Aurora will have the throw. I think that's the most important thing to impress upon people who maybe haven't watched this match in its entirety, who are jumping in at certain points. Aurora have 5 goals, but none of them have been easy to come by. It's not like what we saw last time against RKC, where the chances were just a flurry. This has been a tough, workmanlike attitude that the Aurora have had to take to get these 5 goals.
It certainly has. I would say it's been a little bit more physical game. As we've talked about, these goals have come not in the run of play. It's been a story of set pieces. Even set pieces that didn't end up in any goals, it's been a very disjointed game that has been slowed up by corners and set pieces and fouls and things like that, which has, I think, lent to the favor of Dutch Lions in being able to slow what Minnesota wants to do.
French couldn't get through a crowd of blue shirts, but does win the throw on that far side.
These kind of games are really, really difficult because even though the scoreline might not say this is a close game, your body takes a toll of being, it takes an extra load, it takes some hits. There's going to be a lot of players, I would imagine, going home tonight, putting on some ice, needing to rest and recover in a different way than maybe some of the other 4-0, 5-0 games have felt.
Intercepted off the throw. That's Stevens. Called her name a couple times. Gets sandwiched in between 2 Aurora. That will be another free kick. More physicality, which you were just talking about. Stevens has been in the mix of a lot of it. We've seen a lot of plays like that where Stevens just trying to muscle forward.
Yeah, Stevens is sitting right underneath Stifler, so the two of them are making a really interesting, you see the replay there, just getting cut off by 2 Minnesota Aurora players there and trying to bully her way through. She did a really good job of holding those Minnesota Aurora players off.
The ball hanging in, and that is Amanda Pourball making the grab.
And this is where, going into the last 10 minutes, Minnesota Aurora really wants to start to slow the pace of the game down, keep possession, kill off the game. You don't need to continue to go forward, but we absolutely cannot make mistakes. It means that you have to make good decisions, play simply, keep the pace of the game moving, though, because if it becomes stagnant, that's where mistakes can happen and Dutch Lions can suddenly notch another goal. I've seen it happen in the last 10 minutes of games where, again, that momentum shifts pretty heavily just because of a goal. So these last 10 minutes, even though the scoreline doesn't say it, are really crucial.
A near giveaway inside their own 18 by Aurora. The high press really causing issues. That ball will go skipping across the touchline, and Dutch Lions will have the throw.
And I actually think that's a good choice by Mariah Wynn to actually just get the ball right up the sideline there, get it throw in, let our team press up, find our players, get our feet underneath us again, and try to keep the ball in our attacking half rather than back in the defensive half.
Headed back forward by Ostrom. And poked forward by Yewa. A whistle and a foul. Looked like Yewa was just impeded ever so slightly.
Dutch Lions seem to be a step ahead Minnesota Aurora these last couple of minutes. They are actually winning majority of the 50-50 balls here, making it really hard for Minnesota Aurora to hold their players off, come get the ball. So good job by Dutch Lions.
Vickers will take this. Hanging in, and Wynn just gets ahead to it, but headed wide of that far post.
Fisher actually came out there, I think missed the punch once, tried to come out, I think with open hands. I don't know if she tried to catch it or punch it, but missed it there. Unlucky for Christelle Yewa to get on the end of it. Almost another goal there for Minnesota Aurora.
You mentioned it earlier in the broadcast, Danny. Most of these teams in the USLW approaching the midway point of the season. There's Aurora back on it. More on that in a moment. Here's French. Whips that ball in and headed away by Dutch Lions. With the midway point coming up, it is worth looking at the potential playoff picture, especially in the Central Conference. As a reminder, the playoff has been expanded to 16 teams. The Great Lakes, Heartland, and Valley divisions get the top team in from each division, and then after that a wild card given to the highest points per game. That looks like Indy 11, Minnesota, Flint City AFC, and right now the wild card would be Chicago City. So the Heartland division potentially getting 2 teams in the playoff.
Yeah, that would be really great for the Heartland division because there is a lot of quality teams here. Green Bay, I think, is just below that as well. Chicago City's obviously had a great season so far, so it would be really good for the division to have another team in. Obviously, this year is going to look a little different for playoffs, and I think everybody's starting to get excited and look forward to that. Having said that, there are still a lot of teams in the Heartland division that Aurora actually has not played yet. Green Bay being one of those, City being another one of those. So it's going to be interesting in the back half of this season to see how they continue to perform against teams they haven't yet seen.
The next time we talk to you here from TCO will be when Green Bay comes to town. Dutch Lions will have the throw deep on this near side. And we talked about this before we went on the air. Green Bay, as good as they've looked early, coming off a surprising loss to RKC Third Coast in their most recent match, as Shebar has it.
McBean there trying to hold off the player. She's a little lucky there that the other player, that Dutch Lions, wasn't able to get through because she was holding off pretty well there.
Rapp trying to shake free there from Kate Downs and cannot. Downs just had her in her hip pocket there, and that's cleared out.
Sophie French doing a great job to try to get wide, putting in the extra work. This is where coming off the bench makes a really big difference.
Stifler cutting in, and the sliding challenge at the last minute to block that cross. Elizabeth Rapp, great recovery. It is a corner kick coming for Chicago Dutch Lions.
Yeah, coming off the bench makes it really hard. Like I said, you had to get up to speed really quickly. Sophie French having a giveaway there because I think she's a little bit of a step behind. She did a lot of good work, but still gave the ball away, and that ending up in another corner.
Line drive cross cleared away by Aurora. Now Shebar with it. Invited to shoot and blocked away. Oh, nice one-touch pass out wide. Just couldn't haul it in.
Unlucky there for Dutch Lions because they had a lot of players going forward there wanting to get on the end of a cross.
Almost 5,000 in attendance tonight at TCO Stadium. 4,874. Our official attendance. Banky guides it back to Ostrom as we've crossed over the 85th minute, heading toward the 86th minute. Dutch Lions fought hard, just could not weather the storm from Aurora, especially when you take into account the abundance of set-piece opportunities Minnesota had.
Yeah, both sides had quite a number of opportunities, of set-piece opportunities. Minnesota Aurora just lucky to be the ones to capitalize.
French whipped that in, and it was cleared away just at the last minute by what looked to be Piper Bizioric. It does give up the corner kick, though.
Minnesota Aurora for sure has had the majority of the corner kicks, meaning they have spent a lot of time in the attacking third. So, you know, it is. I do think the scoreline reflects that, but I don't think that it is something that they're going to walk away from and say we did really well on our attacking set pieces.
Stone will take this from the far flag. High hanging ball. French is there, can't get to it. Back to Stone. Stone tries to cut in and will win another corner for Minnesota. That time it was Stifler who applied the defending. Stone again, this one out swinging. Wickers got to it first and cleared away by Stevens.
Difficult ball by Morgan Stone. It actually, you were right, it was an outswinger. It ended up at about the top of the 18, which actually can allow for a quick counterattack from Dutch Lions. Minnesota Aurora has so many players that they're trying to throw forward. When a ball lands at the top of the 18 and Dutch Lions just get one touch, it's almost like they're off to the races.
Aurora will hit the road in their next contest. They will head to the Windy City to take on Chicago City SC, who have been very, very strong out of the gates. Unbeaten in their first 4 matches. Back-to-back clean sheets to open the campaign, coming off a 2-2 draw against Bavarian United. Molly Vapinski, their goalkeeper, has been so crucial. As Wynn beats off the challenge, no one to beat. And Wynn will punctuate a victory for Minnesota Aurora.
I love this hustle by Mariah Wynn. She deserves that goal. Stayed on her feet, got in behind, caught them off guard. You'll see in the replay here in just a minute as it's coming back up. Ball comes through to her. Great body there. Great first touch around the goalie. Good composure and a fun little goal.
Aurora have had score lines of 5-0, 4-0, 10-0, and what looks to be 6-1 to complete their 5th win of 2023.
This game was surely not pretty, but they are going to be happy with a win. 3 points from tonight, being able to walk away with another W from at home in front of their fans before getting on the road. Chicago City is going to be a tough game, facing them for the first time this season away. City's performing well. They're going to start setting their sights on how are we going to handle this City team? What are we going to look like? Playing away is always more difficult, so it's going to be a real challenge ahead of them, but I know that they're going to be coming off of a exciting high from tonight.
City just capped off a 2-1 victory against Green Bay Glory. That's now back-to-back losses for Green Bay. And Chicago City 4-0-1 to open the campaign. Pending results elsewhere around the USLW, Minnesota Aurora will be the 2nd highest scoring team in the league after tonight, with 26 goals scored. Coming into today, Glenn's from San Francisco topping the league with 27.
It's a run for Golden Boot team at this point.
I thought Maya Hansen, as we enter the waning stages of this contest, I thought Maya Hansen had a great quote in Aurora's match against RKC following that. She said, "It's a big confidence booster when you can score as many goals as we have. Sometimes you see other teams' scores and you say, oh my gosh, they scored 10 goals. We know if we're on top of our game, we can do that." She went on to say that the way Aurora have played to start the year is so motivated by the way it ended last year that they have a bitter taste in their mouth. It really feels like almost a revenge tour of sorts.
That's a very, very thoughtful quote by Maya Hansen. That shows to her leadership on the team. You know, it takes some maturity in that to understand, like, you know, that loss is still weaved into who we are as a team, and we want to use that as motivation for this year to get back to the championship again and hopefully bring home a trophy.
Full time at TCO. Minnesota stays unbeaten through their first 5 matches of 2023. A trifecta of goals from Hannah Adler. They tack on 3 in the second half. A 6-1 final score for Minnesota Aurora. Time now for our Star Tribune star of the match. And who else but Hannah Adler?
She was incredible tonight, notching the first 3 for Minnesota Aurora, getting them off the ground there, bringing the energy, bringing the leadership. She's been the sneaky player, and tonight was her night to shine.